was blind, but now I see. I see.
Do you have cold feet? I know that the idiom means a fear of doing something, a loss of nerve or confidence. But you may, literally like me, get cold feet easily in cold weather. So my ears perked up and I heard when someone shared a couple of years ago about smart wool socks. I'd never heard of them. I wasn't sure what this gal was referring to, but I could tell she was really excited about her smart wool socks. So I began looking where I could find them. And it seems that I could find them at sporting-related stores like REI. I've purchased many pairs of them in the meantime for myself or others, for I found that they truly are wonderful socks. The wool is not scratchy or bulky, it's soft, and the socks keep my feet warm without being overly warm, and they're engineered to whisk away any moisture and keep my feet dry, even if they would sweat. They're great. I used to wear double socks or sock liners with socks, whatever, to keep my feet warm enough. And though they are more expensive, they are worth it. And though there is a narrower field of choice of color, they are, again, so worth it. This has just been great news for my feet. And I've passed it along to others. Now, I have friends and a spouse and daughter-in-law. They're convinced that smart wool is a smart choice. I'm reading my Bible in the book of Revelation these last days of December 2010. And as I read the messages to the churches, I keep hearing, if you have ears to hear, listen. Now, not all of us who have ears actually hear. And John, the author of this divine revelation, writes to those who are smart, who are listening. And he says that those who persist in loving God passionately or turn back to loving Him, those who make choices that keep them following God or turn now to do so, those who are proud of God and don't deny Him or start being proud of Him now, well, they are the ones that God considers to be smart, to be conquerors. And that's an important thing. For those who conquer will have safety from death, a new name, sit at a banquet with Jesus, rule nations, march in a victory parade in heaven, have a permanent position of honor, and much more. Now back to the idiom cold feet, which originated, I guess, in the early 1800s. It was thought that maybe it came from the idea of soldiers running away from battle. Fear can cause a person to feel quickly chilled, especially in the feet, says the idiom book. I know this. You probably know this about our feet. And God wants us and encourages us to be more than conquerors through Jesus in this faith battle against our enemy. To have feet of faith. Christ came at Christmas for our benefit. And I personally do not want to get cold feet in my physical body or my faith body. And the rewards I mentioned earlier, well, they might not mean much to your ears now, but if this were the last day of your life, or mine, being a conqueror of cold feet of faith would be the single most important, smart thing to be. So my suggestion, go buy some smart wool socks, sit by the fire, and read Revelation so you won't ever have cold feet again.